Oman has always been a really popular destination. It's only 7 hours away and pretty much guaranteed sunshine all year round. The scenery is incredible, and that's what the huge highlight and draw to the country is. You can fly and just flop on the beach for a week, but I think you'd be really missing out by not including a trip into the interior, whether it be Wahiba Sands, which is the desert, or up into the mountains. On this trip, something that was really special for me was the Nizwa cattle market, which happens every Friday. It starts early in the morning, and what I loved is that I could just wander around, and all of the local farmers bring their sheep, goats, cattle, any animal they have, and this is where they sell their animals. The commotion that goes on is just crazy, shouting and bidding and everyone shuffling and barging around. Up in the mountains, I'd highly recommend off-road driving. I wasn't driving myself, but my experienced chauffeur driver took me down through winding canyons and down into mountain villages. And life here is totally different from Muscat, so it's a really interesting contrast. A great way to spend a day in Muscat is to take a private boat out. The scenery is beautiful, and you can visit private coves where there won't be anyone else. Stop for a picnic lunch there, go snorkelling, and you might be lucky enough to see dolphins along the way. I had one client who was really interested in boats, so I thought it would be brilliant for him to visit Sur. I found a guide who had lots of knowledge about boats, and his family had actually worked at the boat building yard. So it was 2 hours away from Muscat, so it was an easy addition to his holiday. He spent the morning there walking around the boat yard, seeing the wood being cut and just the general boat building. This is a highlight of his trip. He did many exciting things, but he just loved the fact that he was the only person there and he could really learn about the boat building process. A really special experience is a private tented camp in the desert in a really remote area of Wahiba Sands where no one else visits. The tents are made out of camel hair in the traditional style of Bedouin, and they even cook your food under the sand, and the heat of the sun cooks the beef, and you have really delicious food in the evening sat around a campfire. And as the tent's solely set up for you, you're there on your own with the staff. For one client, he didn't want to stay in Muscat, he didn't want to stay in hotels, so what we did was arranged an amazing trip around Oman, but staying in tents. He started off in the mountains and did lots of trekking and spending each night in a different dramatic location, sleeping in the tent under the stars with no one nearby and no light pollution. The stars are absolutely incredible. One of the things we've done recently at one of our favourite hotels in Oman is, for a birthday present, have a couple's children arrive by paraglide and land on the beach and totally surprise them, which was really incredible, and they were totally shocked. For my next trip to Oman, I'd like to go down to Salalah. And Salalah is very different from the rest of Oman as it has a monsoon season, so it's very green and tropical, and it's where all of the locals flock because they all love the rain, so they go there in the monsoon season. And there's huge waterfalls and lovely gardens. It's also famous for its frankincense trail,